Welcome to another episode of Wake Us Up in the Hood. I am your host Marshall, and tonight I came across a video on YouTube of Newsroom Africa, and it's covering a well-known story but very sensitive of a girl who went missing last year, who we later discovered as information is shared that it has escalated now to kidnapping and human trafficking. But yeah, as you would have noticed, there's not much content around this issue on our platform, because we did not feel comfortable, in a sense, covering it, because the way many people covered it, it appeared like, or the perception was, people were exploiting the situation, for content and gaining and fame or whatever else level of benefit was able to gain. Hence, we, actively decided not to cover, because as you've all seen, the story has been covered extensively, right? So there was nothing new that we were gonna bring to the table, which contributed to us making the decision not to cover it. But since it's been so long and new revelations has been made, I thought it would just be interesting to share, a personal perspective as a father of a daughter or daughters, I must declare. But that's besides the point. The circumstances surrounding this situation, which also contributes to the sensitivity of the matter, hence this is not one I personally take lightly, you understand, and thus I think it's important, to bring a perspective as a father, how I how can I put it now, from a parent's perspective, it how it makes me feel, the confusion I'm going through, given the allegations is that the mother is involved, the parent is involved, and that is what makes it difficult. How, me being a parent, what kind of circumstances must I find myself in to make these type of decisions about my children? That is what I'm trying to dissect and better understand myself, because I'm experiencing cognitive dissonance as a result, that it's not a normal situation for my reasoning and logic, how I perceive reality. How is it so easy, or was this even an easy circumstance for a mother to make these type of decisions? Yeah, but I'm a lang tong now. I'm talking too much. But let's listen to the interview so you can see what I'm making reference of.
Let's bring you to this story. New claims emerging today about the whereabouts of 6-year-old Joshlin Smith after her disappearance a year ago. Today, her teacher took the stand at the Western Cape High Court, sitting in Saldanha Bay, and that's where the kidnapping trial is underway. Newsroom Africa's Nasipi Same attending the proceedings. She joins us live now for more. Nasipi, good evening to you. Let's talk about these new revelations. What did we learn today?
Well, this morning we had about 4 witnesses taking the stand at the Western Cape High Court in Saldanha Bay. One of the witnesses that took the stand today was Edna, who is Edna Mart, to be specific, who was Joshlin Smith grade 1 teacher at Dyersville Primary School. As we do know that Joshlin last year from January up until the Friday before she disappeared was a grade 1 pupil at that school. It wasn't just revelations, but very explosive revelations. She says on a particular day she was driving in Saldanha Bay with her colleagues in the car, and this was the day as teachers they were going to form part of the search parties in Middelpos looking for Joshlin Smith, who disappeared on the 19th of February. She says she decided to take a detour before joining the search groups, and at that garage, as the petrol attendant was pouring fuel in her car, she says Kelly Smith emerged and entered into a vehicle and said that Yifro, she said, "Teacher, I have something confidential to tell you. There's a Nigerian man that gave me a call and told me that I need to play smart and that Joshlin was currently in a ship in a container." And this gives weight to what the former Minister of Police, Bheki Cele, communicated weeks after the arrest of the parents of Joshlin Smith, her boyfriend, including their friend Stefano van Rijn. At that time, former Minister Cele, said to the media that the search had extended beyond the South African borders and that
You. You're meaning to say that that time already she was on her way to West Africa. What does that mean? Where is she now, today, if that was last year already? Sure. Yo.
that they were working with an organization that had searched a vessel that left or departed Saldanha Bay port and docked in Europe. However, he had communicated at the time that there were no traces of Joshlin Smith in that particular vessel. So we are back now at Saldanha Bay.
Is it not is it just me, or am I watching a movie? Or is a movie being narrated to me? What the hell is going on here? You.
Bay, and the teacher then said she inquired with the mother of Joshlin, did you inform the investigators, detectives or police? And she said that she feared that the community would harm her should she go to the police with this information. It's not yet established whether Joshlin's mother went to police with this very information. But also, later on in the day, more explosive revelations by another witness. And this witness was Stephen Kutsia, who tracks back all the way to 2023, one chilly morning in August, saying he had bumped into Kelly that morning and it seemed like she was waiting dressed in a denim dress, short sleeve, a grey t-shirt and flip-flops. And he said it was quite concerning that she was dressed in that manner, taking into account how cold it was that morning. And the interaction that they had, or the conversation that they had, left him baffled. He says that on that particular day, she said that the kids were left with Buta or Jacquinopolis, accused one. And she said that she was going to sell her children for 20,000 Rand. And at that particular moment, she said that she's even willing to take 5,000 Rand. And something that struck him, he said, she had communicated to him that you see what is happening here.
Yo. R5,000. 5,000. Now you see, here is where my brain malfunctions. You people, you capitalists, you Christians, you millionaires, you billionaires, you gazillionaires. Do you have no love for life? Do you have no love for life? This economic system is a direct result. Yes, there is plenty of responsibility and blame allocated to the mother. The mother is not being excused in my following statement. This behavior, this outcome is a direct result of environment, circumstances, equal outcome. This is where smart people think they are smart, do not understand that this universe operates on laws. You do A, B is your result. I pick up this cup, I've let it fall. Gravity is gonna happen no matter what I say or do, no matter if I'm good or evil. That is a law. Evidence of this universe operating on laws. Now, how do I tie that into the economy? When you have certain operations, certain processes, a standard operating procedure, you have a specific outcome. This is not unique to Cali. This is a result of the system that we are running society on. And again, this is gonna go over many people's heads. Unfortunately, it's part of reality. It's what it is.
Here, between January and February of the following year, of course, 2024, this place is going to be like a movie scene. And he's saying that he was shocked by this. She further said to him that morning that you will be looking for Joshlin everywhere, or rather, you will be looking for her and she will be all gone. But again, it goes back to what we heard in the lower courts last year at the Vredenburg Magistrate Court, where they detailed to the court that they have, or rather they'll put it to the court when the matter goes to trial, that the plan to shell Joshlin had been planned and cooked the year prior, which was August of 2023. And that is the evidence that we received, or rather heard this afternoon from those two witnesses, very concerned concerning,
Yo,
taking into account that Kelly Smith is at the center, embroiled into the disappearance of Joshlin Smith. More than a year later, her mother stands accused next to her boyfriend, Jacqueline Apollos, including their friend, Stefano van Rijn, facing very serious charges of human trafficking and also human trafficking, rather, Xoli, apologies, and kidnapping charges. And tomorrow we can expect more witnesses to take the stand. As we know, earlier on in the trial, the NPA had communicated that the state had about 90 witnesses that were planning to take the stand.
Nasiphi Same, thank you very much. Lots of detail today. Startling information coming out of that
a
particular
movie
court case.
scene. Out of a movie scene. A movie scene out of a movie scene. Yo. I want to end this one on a lighter note. Kelly, you are in our prayers. Joshlin, you are in our prayers. I wanna make a request. You know, YouTube, the algorithm is prioritizing topics that trend. You know, so yes, we have videos that does well, but then again, there is original content that really needs attention. You know, and these are the videos that are not getting exposure, and this is where I'm reaching out and requesting your assistance, not to just like those videos, but to actively share it, sharing the link in your WhatsApp groups, on your other social media platforms, in your Facebook groups, etc. Because in these videos, we expose how our people are still in 2025 in the Western Cape, the best run province and city, where our people still live without shelter, still live without water, still live without electricity. And I don't even want to say still without connection to the internet, because the way I understand it, connectivity to the internet is a basic human right. And that law, if I'm not mistaken, was passed either 2016 or 2019 or in between. Now recently. And our people don't have these basic rights in 2025. So these are the content that we would like to have as much exposure as possible. These are the videos that must get that 70k, 100k views. You know? Because YouTube's algorithm is not prioritizing that at the moment. And you will see when you watch these videos that these people desperately needs help. And if you are in a position and you are able to help, you know, I'm requesting, please reach out. Make either send us an email so that we can put you in touch with the local leaders, so that you guys can discuss in every way. Maybe you know somebody, or you can be a middleman, or pass it on to someone who can pass it on to someone that will eventually be able to assist. You know, please share this information. And we highly appreciate your support thus far. I'm seeing we strong on our way to 70K subscribers, right? And by calculation and what we've seen, yes, we've lost approximately 5 subscribers over the past 2-3 months, you know, because either people don't really know why they subscribed, or they maybe liked 1 or 2 videos, and now when they really see what the channel is about, it's actually not their taste, if I can put it like that. And my other observation is, maybe it's because these people really don't want to hear the truth, and now they have to jump ship, because the ship is on its way through truth, because that is the destination, you know, because the Bible says the real worshippers of God will worship him in spirit and truth. So if you're jumping ship, I guess truth is not for you, right? And we respect if this is not your niche, because this is a colored consciousness channel, right? And here we are contributing our part to lift our people out of this oppression, empowering them, you know, because as you heard in the last speech I covered of Rob Hersoff, he mentions about his family's media company. So our families each also need to have its own media company, right? And we're pioneering this one for our families as a pilot, right? Let's each one of us start our own media company, because that skill, that tool will be a vital weapon. And I use the term weapon specifically because there is a war agenda out here, and we need to equip ourselves with the proper knowledge and skill, you know, build the correct connections, you know, build relationships with the right people, so that we can be ready, you know, in the event thus whatever is happening between the US and us as South Africa, you know, and we know what the US is capable of. So it's time that we, on an individual level, you know, on a community level, also make provisions for in the event. But I'm dragging this one out. Yeah, but please make sure you guys like, subscribe to our channel, and you share the content, you know, so that we can ensure our people the life experience they have in the circumstances that they live, subjected to by this government, provincial, national, and more importantly, locally, the municipalities. Our people are effectively being abused, not just neglected. So, this has been Marshall for Wake Us Up in the Wood. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.